Bodies! They're all dead.
What's up, y'all? We back at it with another chapter of Ichi the Witch, Hunt 52. And in this chapter, something I did not think possible actually goes down, and it may change the story forever, yo. I can't wait to see what the next chapters entail regarding what we actually get revealed in this chapter. Like, I didn't think that was possible. In fact, now that I'm seeing it, it sounds like something for a main character, but it's, but Ichi is the main character. This is crazy. We about to dive right into it, man. Of course, we know our gang is actually facing off against the Time Majik, which I believe their name is Chronoweaver, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to get to that page in a second where I can memorize the name a little better. But yo, this chapter just changed the game. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell for all notifications. Greatly appreciate it. So the chapter starts off where you got them all on their surfboards. I really love the surfboards. I feel like it was a nice touch to the series. I hope we get a part where they're flying on it and they're just like dodging a lot of enemy attacks. I hope eventually something like that goes down, because I could picture that being amazing once it gets animated. But of course, you got it where our gang, they're on the boards, they're approaching where, this Time Majik is supposed to be. You have it where Dez says, "Don't stray too far away from me, otherwise you'll leave the range of my barrier." And you see that she got these barriers around each of them, and I'm assuming it's to help them get through this harsh weather, this harsh environment. And then you have it where they look down and they see another bubble, and you have it where Ichi says, "Is that a barrier as well?" And you have it where, not Ichi says it, but Goku says it. And then you have it where Dad says, "That's less of a barrier and more of a pocket of space." And you have it where they notice everything within this pocket is actually frozen. You have it where Ichi jumps off his board and he starts walking on the water. He's like, yo, the water is stuck in place. You have it where Goku goes to say everything is frozen, even down to the fishes that's within the water, meaning they're kind of like in a permanent prison, like where they won't age, they won't die, they're just stuck in time. That's insane to think. But you have it where Des goes to tell Ichi, like, yo, do you remember the mindset I told you to have for this hunt? And then Ichi says, yes, I do. Losing is a given, winning is a gift. Meaning she's not expecting them to win this battle. Like, yo, losing is a given. Like, yo, that's 9 times out of 10, that shit's gonna happen. You have it where she says, exactly this time our target is an epic magic. You have it where she goes to explain what an epic magic is. Ancient and powerful magics witches have tried and failed to acquire for a long time. Other traits which may lead to a magic being declared epic is their location and environment makes them nearly impossible to reach, provoking them risk damage to their surroundings. And then the final is their nature is unpredictable enough that inspecting them is deemed too risky. So maybe we'll run into some more epic ones. I wonder if I'm pretty sure World Hater is considered epic, but I wonder if Yoru is actually considered to be one. Hopefully I'm saying this name correctly. I don't know why I didn't put it on the screen. But anyway, you got it where she goes to say the sum of the total information about the Time Majik is that it manipulates time, that's all. Not only has it rebuffed multiple inspection teams keeping witches from learning about it, it has twisted time enough to reverse the fact that some teams even reached it at all. Meaning that you have it where some people are like, yo, we never made it to the island. You never made it to the boat, when they actually did. She says this is one shy magic we don't know is trail, or even if it's a human hater. But if it can manipulate time like we suspect, then it can be a powerful tool we have when we go up against the world hater. But even just starting this trial is considered a victory. Like, she's not planning on them winning at all. Just finding out what the trial is something she would consider to be a victory, which is insane. And then you got it where she goes to say, however, as soon as things starts looking too hairy, we scram. You got it? Meaning like, yo, things could get kind of crazy, and Des herself doesn't even want to fight this magic, which shows you how powerful and frightening that this particular beast is. But you got it where everyone agrees to it. They manage to get on the boat and they say it's time to begin this epic hunt. You got it where Kamugi's looking around saying like, yo, this place looks like it's falling apart. Then you also have it where the Oracle is saying, yeah, this is pretty much a ghost ship. And then Kamugi says like, yo, there's no such thing as ghosts. And the crazy thing is, outside of these 2 panels right here, we don't see the Oracle no more in this chapter. Like, where is she hiding? Like, or at least I didn't see her anymore throughout this chapter. And even with the beginning pages of this chapter, I didn't see her anywhere around. But I knew she was there because the last page of the last chapter, we have it where Komugi says there is no such thing as ghosts. Isn't that right, Ichi? Next thing you know, you got this amazing panel of Ichi grabbing his blade, Goku look like he's ready, Des grabbing her sword, and you got it where Ichi says there's something there, and they're looking into a room, and you can see like a hand come out the room, and it's kind of coming out the darkness. And as that hand comes out, you have it where the hand like kind of like moves his hand in the opposite directions. And you have it where Daz go to say like, yo, sailors fear this magic. Not only do they refuse to sail near its seas, they even created a song. And they go to say the song. I'm not going to read the song. It doesn't really sound that crazy, but to me. But next thing you know, you have it where this Time Majik actually appears and shows himself, and his name is called the Chronoweaver Magic, and his design looked kind of sick, almost like a bird, so to speak. But you have it where he waves his hand, and then within an instant, you have it where everyone is flying through the air, and they're instantly teleported away from the ship. Now, these guys were about to be sent off in just opposite directions, but you have it where Dash uses one of her abilities, like some type of magnet spell, which brings everyone together. And you got it where she says, okay, we go in again. She summons a giant stingray called Speed Ray, and she hops on it and uses it to send them back to the ship. Everyone lands like they're getting thrown, except for Dez. She lands all gracefully, which is crazy. And then after that, you have it where Dez kind of shows her intelligence, because she picks up a clock that she threw on the ground, and she compares the time of her clock that she threw on the ground to Komugi's watch to see the difference, and it's about a 15-second difference, and that shows how clever she was. Then you have it where Daz seemed to be pretty much annoyed with this Time Majik by saying like, yo, first Yoro, then the world hater, now you. She says your skills are so cheaty, it makes me sick. Well then, he says, well then, let's see how short the time intervals for that power actually is. And it makes me think of Bleach when they say like, yo, the more powerful the attack is, the less a person can use it in intervals. That's what it made me think of. But you have it where Daz is about to confront this this magic, this Chronoweaver, where she's about to attack him, and he's about to attack her as well. Next thing you know, this person comes out wearing armor saying like, yo, it's time to sweep the decks. And as she says, as this person in the armor says that, she looks around. They look around and says like, oh, did I interrupt? Something's going on. Next thing you know, without a second notice, you have it where Ichi as well as Goku grab this person. And as that happens, you have it where this Time Majik stopped moving. And of course, you have it where Dash is noticing that he's not using his time ability. And then Dash says for whatever reason, he doesn't want to use his ability because it may hurt this person in the armor. And you have it where Dash says like, oh, okay, that's a fellow magic of his, a fellow friend, so we'll use this to our advantage. And you have it where Dash is about to take advantage of the situation and start attacking this Time Majik. But as that goes on, you have it where Ichi says like, yo, I think this is a human in the armor. Not only that, I think she's pregnant. And then of course you have all the armor fall off, and you have this lady revealed, this pregnant lady, and she says, I'm just your run-of-the-mill pregnant lady. Please, would you not acquire my hubby? And of course everyone looks back like your hubby, and she says, yeah, the baby I'm carrying is the child of a human in the magic. And you have it where everyone's surprised, and then you have it where this lady looks at the Time Majik and says, uh-oh, I guess I said it. I guess I said too much. And this will be the first time in the whole series that we heard about a human and a magic being able to have a child together. Now, I wonder if this is truly the magic child, or if it's one of those situations where he truly cares for her, so he's considering to be his child, even though it isn't. All in all, man, this chapter was unexpected. This ending was a big twist, and I'm curious to see how the rest of this arc goes on, because if they do choose not to acquire this guy, how will they gain his power? Is it going to be one of those situations where this guy may be able to give his power to Ichi without necessarily giving himself to Ichi. I'm very curious how this will turn out. And at the same time, remember, the Oracle is here to see how Ichi handles this mission. So if Ichi does choose to show this magic compassion, there's a chance that it may make the Oracle choose to be on our side, despite the vision she's seen of the world hater finishing her off. We'll just have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts down below on this chapter. If you like this video, thumb it up, please subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.